Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing? Let me see if my computer's going to cooperate today. You never know from day to day if it's going to let me play music, if it's going to go live. Here we go. It's a beautiful day.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. You should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day.
Cheers, everybody. It's a beautiful day.
Isn't all? So come on, let's play. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
And come on, let's play.
Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday. It's manifesting Monday, and I see we need to manifest some people in here, don't we? Good morning, Rick Morrow. Thank you. And Josie, I hope you're right there listening as well. Oh, what a great day. Monday, the beginning. If you're a working person and the world in the world, and this is your first day of the work week, quite possibly. So let's get this party started. Let's get going with manifesting. And we do that by going into our heart. So the process is to touch your heart center. Good morning, Blue. Touch your heart center and slow down the breathing. There's 3 steps to this. So you focus on the heart, slow down the breathing, and you bring in the love. We know how to do that, don't we? So just allow the love to flow. Allow your heart to talk to your brain and to say, hey, I love you. And you're saying that to yourself. You're saying that to the world. So let's just take a moment just to be in that energy of love, of light, of knowingness. And while you're doing that, while your heart and your brain are communicating, just listen. Listen to your heart. See if it's telling you anything. Is it giving you a message this morning? We all can get that message every day when we wake up. Just listening. So let's take a moment together. Hopefully there will be others that we manifest coming in here and getting their day started with a little bit of love. You are worthy. You are enough. You are perfection in the eyes of God. You are right where you're supposed to be on your spiritual journey. You are magnificent. You are a spark of the divine. And you are peace. Good morning, everyone that's jumping in here. Marietta, our beautiful heart lady, I love you so much. Thank you for being a part of us. Thank you for bringing us so much love into our lives. Jennifer Langren, good morning. It's a holiday today. It is Memorial Day. It's that day that we set aside to honor those who have served, to honor really anyone who's been in our lives, I think. To me, that's what Memorial Day is. It's remembering those humans who have affected our life in one way or another, usually in a very unique, honorable way. So who are you remembering today? Let's do some remembrances. And who affected your life? Who helped to shape your life? Let's do that with this Memorial Day. Good morning, Isabel. So I see we're slow waking up. I'm sure there's those that have the day off of work that want to just snuggle into those covers. And I understand that. I would be there right now if I wasn't here with you, but I choose to be here with you. So you all are my light. You're who I hold in my heart when I think of who's important in my life. Who do I want to honor today? I want to honor you, every one of you that come here in the morning. Good morning, Crystal Nobles. I'm so glad you're here. So I just want to say cheers to all of you. Good morning, Annie 7. And I'd love to just hear who you want to honor today. Just put it in the comments. Who is a memorable person in your life that you would like to honor and you'd like to give a shout out to? If there's somebody who has helped shape your life. Grace Isis, good morning. So happy that you all are here. I'm going to start pulling the Kuan Yin card while you all think about that for a minute and put it into the comments. Who do you want to remember on this day of remembrance, on this Memorial Day? Who has touched your life in a huge way to influence it, to really help you to understand who you are? And, you know, it could be a caregiver, it could be someone who helped raise you, it could be a friend, whatever that looks like for you. Who do you want to really give a shout out to this morning? Julie Kiss, hello and good morning. So good to see you on here. All right, so I'm going to pull the Kuan Yin card. And I think you have all helped me to be the best I can be, to help me stay focused, help me stay committed every day to come in. Oh, and there's our Auntie Jean. Yes, it looks like we have some sleepyheads this morning, Jean. It's a slow awakening today for people to come in. So the question out there, it's Memorial Day. Who do you want to honor? Who do you want to put their name out there and say, thank you. Thank you for influencing my life, or thank you for the service that you have given into the world. So I know you probably got somebody in mind. Just type it into the comments And I'm going to see what our Kuan Yin has to say to us this morning. You are not going to believe the threshold again. Okay, so that means I'm pulling a card to go with it this morning. Wow, she really wants us to get this message, doesn't she? This is like 4 days in a row that this same card has come up for all of us. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. I'm just like sitting here in awe that Kuan Yin is giving us this huge message and driving it home to us because she wants us to understand it fully and get the full impact of this card. So let's see what card she wants going with it. Because each day has been a different card to go with it. And they work together, whatever those cards are. So just waiting to see if anybody wants to type in anything this morning to share an honor of somebody. Grace says, thank you. Gracie says, honoring all those I've known who are on a different parallel travel, an endless highway in spirit. Honoring Teri Angel for the great stewardess and shepherding, I remain in gratitude. Oh, Gracie, thank you. I am so glad that I met you. It's been several years now that we had that first conversation on the phone. I remember it well. It was a Sunday, and I remember your sweet voice on the phone and just knowing that there was a connection there. So, Gracie, you have brought a lot of wisdom and a lot of energy into my life. Thank you. I want to honor you today for all that you do in the world and all that you give and the beautiful love that just keeps you flowing from heart to heart, and the way that you honor your mother in spirit, the way you honor your father in Kenya and your sisters. Thank you. Thank you for being the person that you are. I'm grateful for you. Kathy Hand, good morning. All right, so I don't know, maybe the message will sound different today. Same card, but maybe the message will have a different understanding as the words are read and as people are sharing gratitude, sharing that they honor someone in their lives. And I'm still waiting. Gracie shared. Thank you, Gracie, for doing that. And just state who it is that you're honoring, who it is that you're grateful for. And Isabel says, I remember all who came in my life with love and compassion, especially 2 teachers, my oldest cousin for her courage to speak the truth, and to my grandma to teach me about unconditional love. Beautiful. Well, I want to honor my sister Billy, who was and is and always has been a big influence in my life. And she helped to shape me in a lot of ways growing up as a child. So I appreciate her, and I want to honor my sister. And my sister has 2 children that were in the military. And so I want to honor them, Paula and Michael. And so grateful for them, for the service that they gave. My nephew, Michael, was injured in the war, and he lives with that every day, with the result of an injury that he suffered. And Crystal says, a personal Memorial Day dedicated to my late mother, Cynthia. Well, that we'll go along with you with that and hold that energy out there for your mother and just send blessings to her in heaven. Annie 7 Today, I'm celebrating Grayson's bus driver and the aide. They go over what's called for their jobs this morning. I called the boss and told them how they are doing an amazing job. That's awesome, Annie. I love hearing that. Catherine Kovacs, I honor my cats who show me unconditional love every day. Absolutely. Andrea Gregg, good morning. Rick Morrow would like to thank all the people who encouraged me in my darkest hour. Beautiful, Rick. You're such an amazing soul. Thank you. Thank you for all you do in the world. Erica Hoppy, good morning to you. Are you off work today? Do you have that holiday off? I hope so. I hope you can be with us for the whole show this morning. And I don't know if Charlie's there with you, but cheers. And thank you for being here. Jean Lorio, I would like to remember my father-in-law. He fought in 2 wars, but never talked about it. He won many honors, but didn't believe in the pain of war. He was the father I needed, but didn't have. He raised wonderful boys who are a gift to the world. I love you, Grandpa Joe. This was a big day for him. Well, let's honor him, Auntie Jean, and thank you. Thank you for shouting out to him in a way that honors his name and what he did in his service. Kathy Hand, I honor my parents in heaven. My mom was the one who taught me to spend a little time each morning in prayer and reflection. Beautiful. Catherine Kovacs, Michael honors his dad who served in the military. God rest John's soul. Absolutely. So we honored that with you, Catherine, and lift up your husband's father. Okay, and keep it going. If anybody else has someone you want to give a shout out to today, just do that. Just put their name in the comments and we'll all wrap our arms of love around them and around everyone that's in our soul family, honoring every one of you today. I thank you, I bless you, and I respect you. Thank you for being here. So, for you latecomers, I have pulled the Kuan Yin cards, and I say cards because guess what? We got the threshold again today. And again, this was after shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. This is the card that came up for us because obviously Kuan Yin really wants us to get this message, really wants us to understand that there's something powerful in these words. So I'm going to read this one, and then I pulled a second card to go along with it because I think this is a card that needs another card to fully understand the messages. And yesterday was powerful. So let's see what today brings. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, honoring everyone who has served. Oh, thank you, Annie 7. I appreciate you and thank you for that shout out. All right, so the threshold. At the threshold you stand. Let's think about that. Think about what it means to stand at a threshold. Anybody ever just really focused on that? Usually a threshold is at an entranceway, isn't it? And if we just stand and look at that threshold, it's a dividing point. Okay, I get it, Kuan Yin. So last night, the angel message took us to looking at crossroads in our lives, looking at coming to a place of change, place of making a decision, making choices in which way we're going to go in life. That can be considered a threshold as we just stand there and look at that. Let's do that for a minute. think of in your life where you've had to go one way or another. You've had to make that choice. And just see that threshold. So that's it, the threshold we're standing at. And before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, peace, and unconditional love. You are coming home to love. Wow, this just so goes with the message that the angels gave last night. I don't know if you all are even reading the blogs. They're powerful every night. And, every night when I go on and I post the new blog, I see there are a handful of people that are hearing the angel messages. But those messages are so powerful. And they told me at the beginning of the year that they're going to share something every night for us to help us understand, to help us know what's going on in our lives that we can look at a little better, a little closer. So I'm going to read the second card, and then I'm going to pull up the message from last night because it was powerful. It's called Living Life. And so I wanted to see. All right, so the second card, let me read that one first because this one goes with the threshold. And then I want to just read you the message from the angels. I won't read the whole blog, but just the message from the angels from last night. Weave the future golden. Something good is coming your way. Kuan Yin now assists you to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw to you the opportunities, the teachings, the circumstances and synchronicities that are waiting for you, and which will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and creative fulfillment. Today we always do Manifesting Mondays, really looking at how do we manifest. Well, she's giving us the roadmap. She's giving us exactly what we need to know that all we have to do is accept it. All we have to do is open up, to stand at that threshold, knowing that there are things that we want, things that we're calling to us. And here's the key. Here's the answer key. She's giving it to us right here in this message. So I want to read the part of the blog from last night where the angels respond, because it goes right with these cards. And what I posed to the angels was, Dear angels, I am grateful for lessons learned and for being able to finally live my life instead of only existing. I wish this freedom for everyone on our planet, but I do understand it has to happen in divine time and when one is ready to face reality. And the angel's response is, Dear ones, indeed, you are so correct in the words you use. No one and nothing can convince a being that they are misguided in their thinking. We can only work with humans to the extent that they are willing to allow us to shine a light on situations and help guide them. Each of you must come to that place where you have to make a decision to turn one way or another. That's the threshold. Sometimes that place happens at the end of the proverbial rope when you have had enough of the cyclic experiences. Just how willing you are to make a change will determine how quickly the transformation occurs. We want your happiness, your joy, your peace. We do not delight in seeing you struggle, and certainly God does not. Search your heart, dear ones. See if you are finally able to put a distance between you and the hold that your past has on you. Grab your freedom. You know, we're not alone here in this journey. Yes, we come into this life alone. We are born as a being into this 3D world. But we're not alone. We have all the help that we need. We have love beyond measure. We have guidance from the angels, guidance from masters like Kuan Yin, and we have earth angels to help guide us and share with us love and energy. And let's see, Erica, there's a troll. Oh, we have a troll. Oh, good morning and welcome, Adajubi Emmanuel. And goodbye, because we don't allow trolls in here. He's gone. So I just would like to hear what you think about what's going on with this message from Kuan Yin, with this message from the angels, which has been a powerful message leading us all to this place. I really believe the messages they've been giving us at night, those channeled messages that come through that are there free to all of us to read, to understand, to take to heart, it's all leading us to this one place, to the threshold. And as we stand at that threshold, we have decisions to make. We have choices to make. And if we honor ourselves and honor our highest being, then we'll look at that. We'll look at, what am I doing as I stand here at this threshold? What is the decision that I have to make? What is the choice? Am I ready and willing to separate myself from this energy that keeps me held down, that keeps me a prisoner? And do I want to just hold on to that? Do I want to still be held down and anchored down into that energy? Or as I stand at the threshold, am I ready to drop everything that holds me from my full spiritual being? Because that's what it comes down to. You know, we all have life experiences. We all have things that we can point a finger at and say, oh, my childhood was terrible and my parents were terrible, or my peers bullied me. There's always something in our life that we've had that experience. That's the contrast. We don't come here to just skate through this life. We come here to learn. And through the contrast, we learn. But we're not supposed to just get stuck in the mire and be drawn down like in quicksand. We're supposed to learn that lesson and move forward. But for some of us, and I'm including myself, because I wrote about that in the blog, for some of us, we don't get it with just one lesson along that line. We repeat the lesson and we repeat the lesson. And it might look a little different, but then it's the same lesson. And we keep going around and around in circles. Well, Kuan Yin and the angels are saying, it's time to stop that. It's time to just stop it and stand at the threshold, strong in who you are, secure in who you are, knowing your magnificence. And your magnificence certainly doesn't allow in abuse. It doesn't allow in bullying. It doesn't allow in insecurities. No, your magnificence allows confidence. It allows a knowingness that you are worthy. You are worthy. Once that sinks in, once you fully get that, things change. Your life changes. My life changed. When I finally said, enough is enough. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be on this merry-go-round that just ends up at the same place. That's not life. That's existing. And if we want to fully get our message and just be in that place of living our life instead of existing on the earth, then that's where we are. We're at the threshold. And I get it. I really get this message now, Kuan Yin, and thank you. And I'm hoping that you all are seeing the message. I really hope that we're getting this as a collective, that we're getting this message, that it's time to move beyond that point. It's time to move to that place of knowingness, that place of love, that place of light. Because when you're stuck in the quicksand and things just keep happening and you see them as happening to you, that's not the light. That's the darkness. So when you're ready to move beyond that threshold, then it's your choice. That's your decision that you have to make in your divine time. Nobody can do it for you, and nobody can tell you how to do it. We can just hold your hand as you cross over that threshold. And let's see what comments you have and see if anybody's getting it. Is anybody out there getting this message? That's what I want to know. I think last night's blog was it for me. It was the understanding that I needed, that this is the message, the powerful message they want us to have. It's time, it's divine time to move beyond. And Catherine Kovacs, I see your words. I'm ready. I'm ready. That's all you have to do is be ready. All you have to do is be open and just to do the AAA. Accept, align, and allow. And Isabel, I see your beautiful message about your mother-in-law. Let's honor her life. Absolutely. Thank you. Good morning, Prachetta. Good morning, Mama Hada Bear. And Kathy Hans says, thank you, angels, and Teri. And Catherine says, something broke in me. I don't know what, but I'm crying. I think, Catherine, because you're ready. You're ready. And sometimes that can be emotional. Sometimes we just have to let the energy flow from us, whatever that looks like. Sometimes it looks like tears. Sometimes it looks like crying and screaming. Sometimes it just looks like peace. Like, finally the light bulb goes off. I get it. That's what it looks like. It's whatever way that has to release from you. Crystal Noble says, thank you for sharing all of that, Teri. I love that threshold message. The path ahead is paved in gold. Yeah, it is. And it's so clear. We've been getting this message every day for 4 days in a row. Kuan Yin has been trying to get it to us. She's been knocking on that door and saying, here, it's right here. And we're all like, what do you want? What is this message? This is the clarity that we needed. This is what that message is all about. And I want to read that threshold card again because I want everybody to fully understand it, to understand that we're all as a collective, we are all at that threshold. We are all at that crossroad where we have to make a choice as a collective energy. We have to say, enough is enough. I'm done with that merry-go-round. I am done with the cycle of abuse. I'm done with not getting it and not living my life. So the threshold says, at the threshold you stand. Before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, peace, and unconditional love. You are coming home to love. When you step over that threshold, you come home to love. You come home to the true you that is so important. You matter. That's what she's saying. You matter. And it's time to recognize that. It's time to know your worth. It's time to know that what your heart desires, all you have to do is reach out and grab it. All you have to do is go beyond that fear. The fear is that turning point. The fear is that place when you say, stop it. Enough is enough. And I choose to go the way of the light. I choose to go into my power. I want you all to feel those words. You matter. You are important. And if you can grasp that, if you can get that message of the threshold and moving beyond whatever it is that's holding you back, whatever fear, whatever regret or guilt, there is nothing to regret, nothing to feel guilty about. Yes, we make choices that are not for our best and highest good. We all do. There is not one person on this earth who has lived a perfect life in every choice we make. Not one. But if we honor ourselves, and that's what this Memorial Day is about, is us honoring ourselves, saying thank you to ourselves and lifting ourselves up. And it's not selfish. It's not an egocentric thing. It's knowing who we are and walking forward in our individual lives and walking forward as a collective energy to move into that place of being that is fully living, not existing. There's a big difference, but we are fully living our life. So I give you all a challenge to go read that blog today, not because I want a lot of people paying attention to my blogs. I want you to pay attention to this particular blog because I think everything that's been written from the first of the year, when the angel said, I'm going to give you this every day, I think it's all led us to this place of the threshold where we have to make choices. We have to make decisions. And I see that our time is here for us to make a decision about prayer. So if you have anything that you want to put into that prayer today, just type that up and we will lift everyone up today. And Kathy, you're honoring Teri and this family because after my mother died in 2010, I lost a piece of myself, which included my faith in a higher spirit. I stopped enjoying things. I became more depressed. I honor you all for helping me find my true self. Thank you for those words, Kathy Ann. And Prachir has his farewell party today from his school. 2 years just flew by. His exams finished on the 29th of June. Then he goes to his next posting. He has asked me to thank you, ma'am, so much for all the love, blessings, and support you and this family has given. He is sending hugs, and hugs, gratitude and gratitude. Well, I certainly appreciate Prachir and honor Prachir for the service that he is giving. He is active in the military, and we just really appreciate Prachir. And please give that message to him. Crystal says, we are ascending. Hallelujah. Yes, we are. Tammy Fisk, good morning. And Isabel is saying, yes, time to own our freedom. Annie 7, I'm seeing a vision of 3 roads. The left lane where I was looks like dark. The straight one is gold with flowers and rainbows. And the right side is the path of staying the same. Annie, I'm so happy that you see that vision of the threshold and standing at those crossroads. Marietta, stand up, stand together, absolutely. Now declare unconditional peace. Stand up. I love that. Auntie Jean has some words of wisdom for us. It is interesting that when we get married, the husband carries the wife over the threshold of their new life. Kuan Yin is telling us that we are being lifted into a new life, a new being of divine and perfect love. That's so beautiful, Auntie Jean. Thank you. Thank you for that vision and for that message. And yes, we are being carried. Once we say, I've had enough, I'm ready now. I'm ready to discard anything holding me back. Let's do that. Let's do that this morning. Yeah, are you ready? Are you ready to shed all of the things that's holding you down, all the things that's stopping you from living your life? And I'm not talking about just breathing, because that's existing. Every one of us on earth are existing in these bodies. We're breathing, we're functioning, we're nourishing the body. I'm talking about really living your life. So if you are ready, let's envision that the threshold is right here. It's right here. This is divine timing. And I know we're going to go to the top of the hour today. I know I had cut the show a little short, but this is important. This is really important today to get this message, because I feel like this is it, and we're not going to have this threshold card come up again. I really feel that Kuan Yin knows that this is it. This is commitment time. This is time for each of us individually to make that decision. And it's time for us collectively to make that decision of, I'm done with anything that's unlike love. I'm done with all of those burdens where I've been pointing my finger and saying, you're to blame, that person's to blame, that situation is to blame. There is no blame. There is no blame. Get that. When we can look inside, instead of always wanting to have that thing or that person and say, oh, it's because of that I can't move forward in life. It's because of that I'm stuck in the mire. It's because of that I can't live my life. Kuan Yin's calling BS. She's like, nope, no more pointing fingers, no more accusing, no more judging, no more criticizing. It's time to take your own power back. It's time to take your responsibility back as being a being of light here in the world. You came here for such a time as this. You came here to honor being spirit. Have you been doing that? Or have you been pointing the finger? It's your fault, somebody's fault, something's fault. Not anymore. She's very clear about this message. The angels were very clear last night. It was so powerful writing that blog last night. I just felt like my whole past was just cut in one swift cut of Michael's sword. And I want that for everybody. I want you to feel the peace. I want you to feel the freedom of letting go. So I see some yeses. I see I am ready. Thank you, Catherine, Isabel, Kathy Hand. I'm ready to shed the regrets of my past. I'm ready to honor my true loving self. Kathleen, I missed the entire card. Would you read it once more? Yes, there were 2 cards because Kuan Yin has brought the same card to us for 4 days in a row. And today is the culmination of all those messages. It's the culmination of all the messages that the angels have given from day 1 of this year. They have led us to this point right here, right now, of saying, not doing that anymore. I'm not living, existing in that type of life anymore, where I give in to things and point fingers at things as the reason why I'm not living my life. So it's time. That's what the message is today. It is time for all of us. Anyone who's ready, let's do this. Let's do this. And let's step over that threshold. So the card is the threshold. For those of you who are just coming in, maybe you missed it. At the threshold, you stand. So let's envision that. Envision a threshold, whatever that looks like to you. It might be a stepping stone. It might be a strip of wood. It might be big. It might be something really huge that you're standing at. It might be a gap in the path. But look at yourself as standing at that threshold, standing at those crossroads where you have to make a choice. Before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, of peace, and of unconditional love. You are coming home to love. So see your threshold. And yes, it's very emotional. It's something that is life-changing. This is a pivotal moment. If you're listening to these words, whether you're hearing it now while it's live or you're hearing it later, then it's time. You're hearing the call. You're hearing that message to open your eyes. That's the message. Really see that it's not playtime anymore. That's what Kuan Yin's telling us. She's not playing around, and the angels are not playing around. They want us all to get this. They want us all to understand this. So if I sound passionate about it, I am. Because for me, it's like, this is it, guys. This is it. This is that huge moment of reality that there's just us. There's nothing else to blame. There's nothing that is taking our power away anymore. That's the choice that we have to make. Are you going to continue to give your power away? Or are you saying, okay, it's time. So look at your threshold. And I see so many of you saying, I'm ready, I'm emotional, stepping through that door to freedom, ready to move forward to the future, releasing all aspects of the third dimensional living. Yes, we are missing some P's, but hopefully they will watch this and get the energy of this message. And Grace's engines are revved and in the driver's seat, moving, and ready to cross the starting line, the threshold. Let's go forward. Let's go forward. As you stand at that threshold, just envision all of the stuff, all of the experiences, all of the crap, all of the energy of everything that has held you down, all of those things that you pointed a finger at, and I'm including myself in this. I pointed my finger many, many times throughout my life. I blamed husbands. I blamed disease. I blamed the world, whatever was happening in the world at the moment. And don't we do that? Don't we say, this war is bringing us down? This tragic thing that just happened is bringing us down. We point our fingers and we look outside of ourselves and blame that on what's happening in here. No more. That's the threshold. That's the pivotal changing point, is saying, I'm getting off of that roller coaster of blame and shame and guilt. I am taking my power back. So if you're ready to take your power back, let's step over that threshold together. You're not alone. So just see all of that stuff, everything that has happened in your life that's held you down, every cross word somebody said to you, every bad name they've called you, every time that you have been in an energy that's unlike love, anytime you've been abused, anytime you've been mistreated, anytime that you've allowed yourself to shrink and to feel small, just see all of that, every bit of it, and ask the angels right now to help you to shed every bit of that. Just imagine there's a big garbage pile behind you, and you're going to just throw all of that stuff into the garbage pile. You're just going to shed it. Shed until you are so raw, until you know without a doubt that you're letting go of everything. This is a moment. This is a huge moment for all of us. I encourage you to grab this moment, to grab this time when you're surrounded with arms of love, when you have each of us standing right beside of you. We're all shedding at the same time. We're all letting go. We're all making that choice. No more. We're standing up. We're saying, not today. Today, I choose love. Today, I choose a life, not just an existence. I choose a life. And I honor that life. I honor myself. I feel all of you that are letting go. That's the energy. Let it go. Whatever you need to do. If you need to cough, if you need to cry, you need to scream, don't scare anybody, but if that's what you need to do, if you need to just really release all of that in whatever way it comes out for you. And now's the important thing. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Archangel Michael, we invoke your presence. We ask you to be with each person connected here right now, in this moment, and all of those who will come later to listen to this message. we ask you, Archangel Michael, to sever the cord to whatever energy we just released, whatever we're leaving behind on the other side of this threshold. Cut the energy so that we get our freedom and we're able to cross that threshold knowing who we are in our magnificence, knowing that we don't have to carry those burdens with us anymore. We don't have to point to anything that's in that garbage pile and say it's your fault, it's their fault. So, Michael, we're asking you to cut the cord collectively for all of us. And as each person is ready, go to them and cut their cord. And as you feel that cord being severed, as you feel the lightness of your soul, the lightness of your energy, step over the threshold. Maybe some of you are floating over the threshold. Maybe some have your wings and you're flying over the threshold. Whatever that looks like for you, it's time. It's your divine time to make your decision, to take your power back, to take your life back. And on the other side of that threshold is Archangel Raphael. So take a moment as you're feeling your freedom, as you're feeling the energy of change and the shift inside of you. Just take a moment and ask Archangel Raphael to totally close up that place where all that energy was residing. Ask Raphael to heal that place inside of you that was so held back, that was so burdened with the energy of blame and shame and guilt, anger and regret. And as he closes up that opening, that gap, he gives you an assurance. No more are you a slave to any of that. No more do you have to give in to that low vibration energy, because fear and love cannot reside together. You left the fear on the other side of the threshold and you entered into a place of love where it's just you. It's just you loving life, loving yourself, honoring yourself on this beautiful Memorial Day. And you'll remember this day. You'll remember this is the day that I chose to honor myself, that I chose to say, no more. It's time for me to fly. It's time for me to soar in this life that I'm living. So wipe your tears. Go into that smile, that beautiful energy that Marietta teaches us about, and stand up. Stand up in your power and know that you are loved. Whew. Boy, did that feel good for me. I hope that felt good for you. I could feel the energy of release. I could feel the clearing that happened once Michael cut the cords. And now it's time for the healing. It's time for you to heal completely from all of that. Just leave it behind. We're not forgetting anything that we went through. We're not changing anything that we went through. That happened. That's our past. But that's the past. It's time to live in the present. It's time to go forward in a huge, huge way in this world to make a difference in the world. And yes, 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 I see your beautiful messages. So let's do our love fest that we do every day and get off of here. We went overtime and I do apologize. But I feel like this was pivotal. This was the message Kuan Yin's been trying to get to us. And we got it. We got it today. Congratulations. Honor yourself. Give yourself that standing ovation. Give yourself the pat on the back. You made it. You made a choice. You made a decision. And look at you now. Look at you soaring. So let's love on each other. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so immensely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving on each other. And thank you for filling your cup up with joy. And Leo is going to talk to us about that in this song. Time to wake up, right? It's what you did today. You woke up.
Morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today is the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go. Come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on the show.
Thank you,
Today's
Crystal.
a new day, we all part of this game.
So much
Let's make
love
it
to
win.
you and to
Love always is the
every one of
winning
you.
team. They look inside the dust, there is always more space. In the pot, full of love, take a spot to get things started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Stand together, absolutely now, and declare unconditional peace. Stand up. And move your body. Get that newness, really knowing who you are, really knowing what just happened. Think about that. This was huge.
There really
This
is no
is something
secret.
that
We simply
doesn't happen every day.
align.
Come to that crossroads and cross the threshold.
Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy.
I see you, Jennifer Langren. Welcome. If any of you came in late and you missed what we did today, I encourage you to go back and do that process. I encourage everyone today to find your freedom. Honor yourself. Woo! I love you so much. Take good care. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. And use those wings today and float like a butterfly. Just go along your day in love. Namaste, y'all. I will see you